Hey, did you know your nervous system plays a pretty big part when you set goals? It's almost like it has a hidden role in how we achieve our goals. It's quite interesting. In fact, it's fascinating. It's something that I work with my clients and have been doing so for quite a long time. But it's not really a mainstream thing yet. I think it will be. So hold on, let's find out what I'm talking about. Emotional and somatic alignment is essential for success. So, for example, if you set a New Year's resolution, you may know the feeling that the plan looks flawless on paper, the intention is strong, the logic is airtight. But the thing is, despite our best efforts, our resolve withers and the goals seem to kind of slip away. So, what's going on beneath the surface? Well, the answer to this question is increasingly illuminated by neuroscience and somatics. And it may lie not in your willpower or your intellect, but deep within your nervous system. So let's think about the dual nature of goal setting. The process of setting and pursuing goals is often portrayed as a rational journey. So we identify the desired outcome, we break it down into actionable steps, and then we apply discipline to reach it. This can be described as the intellectual approach. It's analytical, it's strategic, and it's cognitive. The thing is, though, while the mind might march toward the goal with clarity and loads of enthusiasm, the body and the emotional brain, the domains of the nervous system, might not be on board. So our nervous system, comprising the brain, the spinal cord, and an intricate web of nerves, is responsible for interpreting the world, for regulating emotional states, and looking after our survival. It's incredibly sensitive to perceived threat, to changes, and even the prospect of transformation and change. So, in this way, a goal might well make sense intellectually, but if it triggers alarm, overwhelm, or resistance in the nervous system, its chance of success kind of fades and diminishes. So, what is the nervous system's role in change? Well, change, even positive change, is inherently disruptive. And the nervous system's primary job is to keep us safe. And that often means maintaining the status quo. So when you set a goal that involves stepping outside of your comfort zone, whether it be public speaking, starting a new exercise routine, or chasing a career change, your nervous system will scan for danger. And if it senses uncertainty or detects memories of past failures, it may activate subtle, or maybe even not so subtle, mechanisms that are designed to slow you down, to keep you small, or even redirect you back to familiar patterns. These mechanisms might manifest as procrastination, anxiety, self-sabotage, or even physical symptoms like fatigue and tension. So while the conscious mind urges you forward, the subconscious, powered by the nervous system, puts on the brakes. And the result is too often a frustrating internal tug of war. So let's think about somatic wisdom and listening to the body. Somatic psychology teaches that the body's cues are not obstacles, but they're invaluable sources of wisdom about what we are truly ready to chase and pursue. So if the body tightens or the chest constricts when we imagine a goal, It might well mean that the nervous system isn't yet aligned with the desired outcome. Or conversely, a sense of ease, curiosity, or excitement is a great signal for readiness. If we ignore these sensations in favor of mind over matter, that rarely ends well. Think about it. Burnout, stress, or a sense of futility can arise when we try to bulldoze over the body's warnings. In contrast, attuning to bodily signals and integrating the wisdom of the nervous system can actually transform the process of goal pursuit into one of greater harmony and sustainability. Intellect alone isn't enough. The intellect it really excels at things like abstract reasoning and strategic planning. But it operates mostly in the realm of the prefrontal cortex. In contrast, the nervous system processes information emotionally and physically. Often it does that outside of our conscious awareness and at a much faster speed too. So, for example, you may decide to apply for, let's say, a promotion at work, knowing that you have the qualifications and the desire. Yet, thing is, when the time comes to update your resume or schedule the interview, you're gripped by some inexplicable dread or find yourself endlessly delaying putting it off. And that is the nervous system's protective response. And it's rooted in our experiences, our beliefs, and our implicit memories. And that overrides conscious intent. Cognitive approaches, such as positive thinking or rational self-talk, might well help. Thing is, though, unless the nervous system's fears and hesitations are addressed, progress can really be quite slow, even unsustainable. So how do we bridge the gap? Success is most likely when intellect and nervous system are working together. And this alignment can be cultivated through practices that increase our self-awareness, such as noticing bodily sensations, emotional responses, and recurring patterns of avoidance or discomfort. Journaling, mindfulness, and meditation can help us to illuminate the signals that the nervous system is sending out, putting out there. Techniques such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or grounding exercises can help calm an overactive nervous system. And that can make new actions feel less threatening. Breaking goals into micro steps can be really helpful. So what I mean by that is by setting very small and manageable milestones, you can actually reduce your nervous system's sense of threat. And small wins build confidence and ease your body into change. You can practice self-compassion. So when we sense resistance, try meeting it with curiosity and kindness rather than frustration, because that helps to create a safe internal environment. And that encourages the nervous system to gradually trust and adapt. Learning to integrate somatic therapies helps. So modalities such as somatic experiencing, yoga, or EMDR tapping, that can help release old patterns of held tensions and fear too. And that paves the way for new possibilities. We need real world applications. So consider the person who wants to begin running but feels unmotivated each morning. Intellectually, the benefits of exercise are pretty obvious. Thing is, though, memories of being picked last for teams, or even if we've experienced some kind of ridicule in gym class, may live on in the body as anxiety or reluctance. So by gently exploring these sensations, acknowledging their roots, and offering reassurance, we can gradually rewire the nervous system's response. And that helps make new habits less threatening and more sustainable. It's a win-win. The same holds true for example, ambitious career goals, artistic pursuits, or relational growth. True progress comes from honoring both the vision of the mind and the felt sense of the body. So let's think about moving from resistance to resilience. When we recognize that our nervous system isn't actually sabotaging us, but rather protecting us, our relationship with resistance can shift. And we can thank our inner protectors for their vigilance, while also inviting them to relax as we consciously choose growth. Over time, as the nervous system experiences safety and success in new arenas, its threshold for change expands. So what once seemed pretty much impossible becomes doable, even enjoyable. The intellect and the body learn to walk together, each informing and supporting the other. So what we need to strive for or work toward is the harmony of mind and body. Goals that make sense to the intellect but not to the nervous system will always remain uphill battles. And sustainable success is born from integration, where vision, reason, and somatic wisdom unites. They're united. So by listening to the body, regulating the emotional brain, and pacing ourselves with compassion, we create the internal environment in which meaningful change not only becomes possible, it also becomes inevitable. So when your goals resonate in both your mind and your body, your chances of success expand. And your nervous system, once a source of hidden resistance, becomes an amazing ally, an ally on the journey toward transformation. Now, if any of this has resonated with you, if you feel that you need support with this stuff, no problem. Give me a call, drop a message, get in touch. I am here for you. I'm always willing to help. Have a great day.